Oklahoma's own News 9 presents The Run to Remember.
Good morning, Oklahoma, and welcome to the 23rd Oklahoma City Memorial Marathon, a run to remember. I'm News 9's Amanda Taylor along with Carl Torp. We are so excited to be here with you today. This is going to be such an amazing day. We're going to be joined by so many racers as well. In fact, in all, close to 19,000 racers registered for all of the races from all 50 states and 17 countries.
And the wait is almost over. We're almost there. At 6:25, the wheelchair athletes take off, and at 6:30, the half full and relay runners will hit the race course. The Run to Remember is the biggest fundraiser for the OKC National Memorial and Museum, dedicated to the victims, survivors, and first responders from April 19th, 1995.
And it really is a celebration. It is a celebration of life and just how far this community has come. It's also a qualifier for the Boston Marathon, so it is a really big deal. And we have crews all over. We can't wait to show it all to you all the way throughout Oklahoma City, a couple of other metro cities as well. I want to show you just a few of the locations. Of course, the start line, the finish line, Bricktown. We're up at Gorilla Hill, and then over in the Asian district, and then the one, the only, Jim Gardner up in Bob Mills Sky News 9. He is up there. And instead of tracking tornadoes today, David Payne and Lacey Swope are going to be tracking the lead men and women's runners.
That's right. And Amanda and I, we're at the finish line here. At the starting line, that's where all the runners are right now. They're at 5th and Harvey, and we have Robin Marsh and Lacey Lowry there for us. Good morning, ladies.
Morning, and we are so excited. I think we have the best seat in the house right now. Don't you, Lacey?
We do. It is electrifying over here. Everyone's getting ready. Runners are starting to line up, and we're waving at them as they go by. It is a great morning to be out here.
Well, I tell you what's so neat, because the runners are lining up. They will actually pass us when it all starts, but family and friends, people cheering on strangers. We have every state represented here and 17 countries, and so we have thousands of people converging on downtown Oklahoma City as we all get ready to run to remember. Well, our team is positioned in about a dozen spots along the marathon route, but maybe the person who has the best job right now is our Jordan Daphne.
Yeah, she is right in the thick of it with all the runners. Jordan, good morning.
Good morning, you guys. I always get the best job. It's such a joy to be here at the starting line with all of this energy this morning. And look who I've got with us. Our Alex Cameron flew in all the way from Washington, D.C. to be here this morning. It's not his first rodeo. This guy right here is also his son, Scott. He came from Dallas, so some of the examples of people coming from out of state to be here take part of this. Alex, what does it mean to you to be here this morning?
Well, as soon as I found out that Channel 9 was going to be the broadcast partner this year, I said, there's absolutely no way I'm going to miss it. But I probably would have come anyway. I just love this event. I took part in the very first one, ran the half marathon that year, and participated. I think maybe this is my 10th time. And I'm so happy Scott could be part of this. It just worked out fabulously. So it's just such a meaningful event.
Take a look at this animation we've created to kind of show you this course. It covers a lot of ground. Starts here at Northwest 5th and Harvey, where Robin and I are in downtown Oklahoma City, right by the National Memorial. It stretches through Bricktown, around northeast OKC, cuts across the state capitol, up through Nichols Hills, the village, over to Lake Hefner. It goes through the Asian district and back down through northwest OKC, finally ending in downtown Oklahoma City at Scissortail Park.
And there's also an app that the marathon has. You can access course maps with the list of parking areas, water stops. I believe there's over 20 water stops for athletes. You can also use the app to track runners in real time. There's an event guide, and you can see the entire event schedule. You can download it all by going to okcmarathon.com/app or search OKC Memorial Marathon in the Apple App Store.
I'm loving the clapping behind us. It's all the volunteers and all the organizers. And you know who needs a round of applause is meteorologist Cassie Hyder. She's back in the News 9 studio. Cassie, we keep hearing everyone say, this weather is great for race day.
I'm so glad that it is. You know, I was talking to some people earlier and they were like, you know, they really enjoy it when it's cooler as people run. And thankfully, that's exactly what we're getting right now. This is our Regency camera up at our Lucky Star Skycam network. We're at 49 degrees. We've got a light wind today coming in out of the northwest. We're at 49 in Oklahoma City, surrounding areas low to upper 40s with a light wind. Again, coming out of the northwest right now, wind gust up to only about 7 miles an hour. Well, temperatures are going to eventually climb into the upper 40s by about 8 o'clock. I think by then we're going to see plenty of sunshine. It's going to end up being an absolutely beautiful day. Now, the wind's going to be picking up a little bit, but we're talking between 5 to 10 miles an hour at the most. By 9, we're going to be in the low 50s. By 10 o'clock, temperatures in the mid 50s, and at its peak later this afternoon, temperatures will eventually wind up in the upper 60s. So it's an absolutely beautiful day out there today. And I know, Hannah, you've got the latest on the big traffic issue out there today.
Yeah, exactly. For those of you who are not running and maybe want to get out and do some things later this morning, there are some closures that you need to worry about. So the first mile has been closed since 4:30 this morning. All the other routes, all the other roads along the route are going to be closed by 6:40 this morning. It's kind of a rolling deal. So the earliest one is going to open at 8:30. That's obviously going to be closer to the start. The latest, so if you're closer to the finish, that's going to open by 1:40 later. So don't have time for every single route along the closure or road along the route that's closed, but a couple of the big ones are going to be Lincoln right near the Capitol, 23rd also passing under I-235. Classen Boulevard is closed in a bunch of different spots, so definitely be careful that away. Grand has a large area that is closed as well, along with Britain, and that's all going to be north of I-44. But basically the main takeaways are going to be just be careful. If you see cones, if you see lights, slow down. Be careful if you're around runners and driving. Embark will also have detours today, and for a full map and more, you can visit news9.com or of course use the Marathon app. Robin and Lacey, back out to you.
All right, Hannah, thanks so much. Right now we are in observance of the 168 seconds of silence before the race begins.
And you just heard 168 seconds of silence observed in downtown Oklahoma City. That is why this Memorial Marathon exists, to remember the 168 lives lost in the Oklahoma City bombing. It's why we run. It is why this marathon is so important, probably the most important
Really in the country.
in the country.
Here is the countdown for the runners to begin.
Let's listen in and then cheer like crazy. Here we go for the 2023 Memorial Marathon.
4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Let's go.
Oh, thank you, David, for getting us going. We are underway here today.
You are looking
You
at
get him, McKaylee.
thousands of people
Get
starting
him,
at the
Ken,
start
get him.
line. The folks at the very back, it's going to take a while because there's so many people to push through as they run right past us at Northwest 5th and Harvey, just outside the 903 gate of time when everything changed all those years ago. Today we celebrate life. I love all the colors. And all the smiles. It's electrifying down here, Robin. Saturday, and then come back out for either the half or the full today. It's the Why We Run weekend series. They had more than 500 people doing the 5K yesterday and then coming back today. Carl Torp and Amanda Taylor. Hey, guys! We're waving at runners down here. Guys, if you can hear us, take it away.
Oh, I got to see my son. That just melted my heart today, Carl and Amanda. I'm gonna start crying.
Robin, Lacey, thank you. It's been so much fun to see these shots from high above, down below, and to see all the bobbing and moving going on there as folks finally get through that start line there. It's a lot of fun.
You can feel the excitement,
Yeah.
no doubt about it. Our running expert, Mark Bravo, joining us now. So we're still seeing a lot of runners still trying to get up to that starting line. So for people not as familiar with it, how does that exactly work?
These runners know not to worry about when they cross the line. They want it clear because they want a safe start, don't want any legs tangled, because their official time, of course, does not begin until they cross that mat at the start line. So if they're aiming for a particular time, it doesn't hinder them to be 7 minutes back. We may have humanity coming through the start line, streaming through for some 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes, because of the enormity of this race. Did you start on the front row yesterday in the 5K, Carl?
I did not. I'm not a sub 6 minute mile, but Mark, I appreciate you asking. Thank you.
He didn't want to get run over, but
Never
yes,
know.
we are very much involved as a station here. I mean, everybody from News 9 was so excited to work with this. You and your son ran yesterday in the 5K.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I think it's kind of a fast course. I mean, at least the 5K was, and the wind, the weather was cooperating, so it was kind of touch and go a little bit early on, just if the weather was going to cooperate, which it did. So it was wonderful. It was a lot of fun going through, getting pushed by a north wind. Maybe you call it a breeze, I don't know, but it was fun, and to finish right here at Scissortail Park as well. And my son, he did great. I think halfway in, he's like, okay, this is long.
Like I said, we do have our crews spread all throughout Oklahoma City.
We have our Tevis Hillis, and I believe Tevis is right in front of the News 9 building, the news station. So we're excited to be providing these shots for the first time, on the course for the first time, and doing this broadcast the first time. Let's send it out to Tevis Hillis as those runners go by.
Carl, it's amazing that we can say we can just open up our building and be right by all the runners. Take a look as everyone goes by. We have everyone out here cheering. We're cheering on the runners as they go by. This has been non-stop for the past 15 minutes. It's amazing to see the Oklahoma Standard in true form. We're all joining together. We're all cheering each other on. Just look at the excitement. We have signs, we have music. We have 34 News 9 members running here today. We've seen a few go by. We're also seeing more and more friends and family run by as well. It's so exciting. You can see everyone's fresh, everyone's ready to go because we're right at the start. We're not even at mile 1 yet. So look, no one's sweating, no one's having a care in the world because they just started this. But just look, it looks like ants are coming all the way down Robinson, but it's all the mass of people that are participating right now. Let's see if we can get the crowd going one more time. Okay, guys, we're on air. Let's smile and wave here. We'll send it back to you out there.
A lot of them are running by the News 9 station there, and there's a beautiful shot as well. A lot of the runners are going to be running as soon as they pass our station. They're going to be circling around to the Paycom Center, the Thunder drum line going on. It's a really big deal out there. Let's go out to our Steve McGehee. It's so fitting, Steve, that you are covering the race from the Thunderdome.
Even got my Thunder Blue on. This is incredible. How many competitors are racing? It seems like thousands and thousands. It started over 10 minutes ago, and they keep on coming. They're heading south on Robinson, taking a left and heading east into the sunrise on Reno. As we walk down Reno with the competitors here, we go to the right. We have the Thunder Girls on the right here, cheering everybody on. And of course, if you're talking Thunder, you got to have Rumble. Rumble with the signs. He's offering water. What's it say here? You're going the wrong way. Now, this is the right way. We'll go this way. You have the Thunder drummers here. Let's listen to the drummers real quick.
This race was voted by Runner's World Magazine one of the top 12 must-run marathons in the world.
And that says so much.
Christy Coleman there leading the women's.
That's 37-year-old Christy Coleman. I had a chance to talk to her the other day, and I asked her why she ran. And I think she just was half joking when she said, I have 3 young boys. I think they're all under the age of 10. So she didn't need to say anymore. It gives her a little break. But
and
she is amazing.
Christy won the half last year, and she's doing really well already. And so you see on these bibs here, that's going to tell you what the competitors are running. Yellow bib, that's a half, and the green bib, that's the full marathon there. So although you see these 2 runners together here, they are not necessarily running the same race. So maybe that's why there's some kind of conversation.
Indeed.
That's a great point, Carl. And the half will split away from the full marathon at Northwest 50th Street, and the full will go ahead, or excuse me, the half will go ahead and keep going west on Northwest 50th, where the full will keep going up on Northwestern there and continue on. And then they will meet up once again around the Asian district.
But Andrew came in a little more prime for this half. I think Andrew could go 68, 69 as you see him right now on the screen.
Okay, so there's our leader in the half right there, Andrew. And then I think before that we saw Ben Anderson, who's our leader in the full men's side.
In the full. And Ben's got a 2:23 to his credit in that full marathon. That would put him within a minute of the Oklahoma City Memorial Marathon record. We'll see what kind of shape he's in. I know it's good. They told me that he's out of the University of Iowa. He came to OKC end of 19, and Ben is well-known road racing circles. What they are feeling is something very different when they know they've got the thing in the bag. Yeah. It's a relief. You loosen up, and you just want to take that in. There you go. Another half marathon finisher.
For everybody else running, we'll get to that, my thought, in just a second. But Robin Marsh, so she made her way from the start line down here to the finish line, and I know she's talking to the winners. Let's check in with her. Robin?
Well, Andrew, celebrating. Andrew, congratulations. How are you feeling right now?
I feel pretty good, yeah. Didn't quite hit the time I was looking for, but, I mean, when you're solo, there's just a whole nother level of just mental challenges. So the focus was just staying comfortable, relaxed the whole time. Last 3 miles were tough, but, you know, just got to 1 foot at a time.
And we also have our women's half marathon finisher. She's not in yet, but we're waiting on her. Kristen Vaughn right now has the lead, but that lead is, it looks like it's dwindled a tad bit, Mark. Are you looking at this?
It's very close.
Yeah.
However, Kristen Vaughn, otherwise known, her maiden name, Kristen Ratcliffe, whom we spoke of, the 2018 marathon winner, and she was coming back saying, I don't know what I'm going to be like, but I'm going to do the half. She has young twins. It would be great to see Kristen take the victory.
I do think that's a special part of racing, is that at some point you just have to say, hey, is it my day or not, and just kind of go after it and do the best you can, and hopefully things fall in your favor. So we'll see this women's race, though. It's a 20-second
close.
race.
Ariana Allen, second place, yes. Kristen Ratcliffe then, Kristen Vaughn now is going to be your women's half marathon winner.
And she is coming in strong.
Yeah, she's got
Look
a
at that.
kick right now for sure. Look at her finishing strong. Way to go.
And the crowd is cheering her on down
Good
here.
for her.
What
All
an
right.
amazing moment. I believe this is Steven Scalzo. He has cycled in 7 marathons, and he told me the other day when I had a chance to talk to him that he came here to remember the victims, that this is very important to him as well.
Wow.
Our Robin Marsh is down there at the finish line. Let's check in with her. Robin.
Well, talk about a boss lady. Kristen Vaughn, the winner of the women's half marathon here. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Tell me, you just had, how far out are you from having your twins?
10 months today. My twin boys turned 10 months today. So.
Oh my God, and you're out here running the half marathon. I mean, where do you get that drive and that strength to do that, Kristen?
I don't know. I just didn't want my boys to see me lose my first race, so
Well, I know your family's so proud of you. The gal that came in second, she was she was behind you pretty close. Did you ever feel like it was neck and neck?
No, she started out ahead of me, and then we just slowly, worked our way up. My goal was 1:30, and I knew if I hung in the 6:30 pace, once I hit Klassen, I felt like I could reel her in.
Oh, well, congratulations, Kristen Vaughn, our women's half marathon winner. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So another great spot along the way. Such a popular spot. It has grown over the years, too. Of course, we're talking about Gorilla Hill.
The party, it's still going on. It's been going on since last night. They set the whole thing up. It's just such a popular place. We have our Colby theme. We also have Lisa Monahan out there providing coverage from Gorilla Hill. And look, we got Lisa and a banana outfit. I love it.
The energy is contagious, so I sort of got consumed. I'm just one of a whole bunch of bananas out here, about 75 to 100. They've been out here since last night. The energy is contagious. It has been very exciting. This is definitely the party place. It's a legendary location on the route. It's been going on for about 13 years now. And when I talk about getting consumed by the energy, I lost Colby in the crowd. I couldn't even find him. But see if we can try to locate Colby here somewhere. I know he has to be around here. These bananas, it's bananas out here, I tell you. Hey, man, we're supposed to be doing this thing.
Sorry, I got caught up in the moment.
Oh, man.
Oh, it's exciting out here. Let me tell you something. Some of the runners, once the really fast runners, once they made it out of here, the party didn't stop in. We're seeing a lot more people walking right now. When the walking started, that's when they also brought out the beer cans. And yes, people have been walking by and grabbing them and downing them before moving on. It's
Just
been
moments
crazy.
ago, a guy stopped, hugs a big beer, and then took off running again. It's unbelievable.
This is the hallmark of this place right here, right? This is why people love Gorilla Hill. It's a lot of fun. I'm telling you right now, as soon as the marathon's over, the party's not going to stop here. They're going to be out here probably all day long. They're already out here all night. It has been so much fun. The energy that this crowd brings to the folks that are running and walking by is truly amazing.
You can see some people sort of like struggling as they came to the mile 7. And Colby and I are dancing. We're high-fiving. And then all of a sudden you see their energy kind of just boost.
It definitely boosts. And I tell you what, all these people that have been partying hard and having a lot of good time and they've been up all night, they're not going to get cramps. You know why they're not going to get cramps? Lots of potassium. We're talking about 2,000 bananas cut up into thirds, 6,000 pieces of banana, and they are still having a lot of fun out here. Impossible to keep the energy down. Impossible not to have a smile on your face as you're coming right up Gorilla Hill.
Also, Colby, I really like your costume.
Oh, that was a very appealing joke. Thank you very much.
It's bananas.
Yes, we're having a great time out here, guys. Come and join us at some point, all right? We'll send it back to you.
Ben, at the beginning, when Ben was running, at the beginning, the first 5 miles was running about like this. And now Al is doing this at the end. And it's amazing to listen to Bravo talk. I mean, he's the best. About it really, he was coming up on him hard, and then he really, when he went by him, he just barreled by him. And I think, like Ben said, Mark said, it just kind of took the wind out of his sails a little bit. And Al is he's moving on, man. His stride is good. He has not slowed down, and he sees the finishing line here. He is moving on. So, guys, we're stopped here. You guys have it from up top, but Al's making the move. He's coming in hot, coming in fast.
No, he's looking good, looking great. And you mentioned it, Mark, that you want to send a message with that pass, right? Like
you do indeed.
Don't worry about catching me, right? I'm already gone.
Yeah. This was my shot, and I took it. And he's going to be very close to the race record. That being 2:22. Connor Holt, a 2-time winner here. In fact, Connor texted me and said, Ben's passed him, as David had told me just a few seconds before. Connor's still very interested in the race. He and his wife, Camille Heron, a 3-time winner herself.
So that was when Connor got the record, that was the old course, okay?
Oh, indeed.
And
finishing on Broadway, around the lake, as you
around the
mentioned.
lake. So is that the harder course? I mean,
oh, I don't know. Again, it still rolls enough. Some people think the lake, because as we say around here, it's windy at Lake Hefner, even if it's not windy in the rest of the world.
All right, here he
we
comes.
go.
Here comes Al Mater. Oh, and he is pumped up. This is kind of fun to see.
Look
Man,
at him go.
Truly.
Wow. I love that. He's getting the crowd into it.
He is feeling good, and we hear the crowd out here live
And
at
you've
the
got-
finish line.
Pardon me, Amanda. You've got different personalities of runners, and Al is definitely in the animated department. And who wouldn't be on a day like this? You're about to capture your second Oklahoma City victory and your first at the full distance.
I feel like we might see a Hulk Hogan moment where he might tear off his jersey
There
here.
you go.
Good for Al, though. I mean, he was in second place for the majority of this race, and then just
Indeed.
made his move and hasn't looked back.
Indeed. And it's going to be a great effort by Ben Anderson, but today
Absolutely.
belongs to Al Mader.
He is an incredible athlete, no doubt about it, as he is coming down the home stretch right now. He is getting the crowd pumped, and he almost did it, Carl.
This is great. This is fun to watch. He's doing it right here. Al Mader,
Congratulations to him.
your champion on the men's side.
What a fun finish
Wow.
to watch, Mark.
And going just over 2 hours, 25 minutes. That is positively in the best handful of Oklahoma City marathons.
If you're not a runner, that's okay. 2,500 volunteers making this event happen. You can be involved so many different ways before the race, during the race, and after the race. And since this is our first year as a broadcast partner, I can just tell you, it has been a blast.
Yeah.
I am so excited that we are a part of this.
Can you believe we've been doing this for 4 hours today? And it has flown by. And people say that, right? It's going to go quick. Like, will it? Okay. Well, it's cold. We get here. We had a crews that showed up at 2 o'clock this morning to put everything together. So just hats off to them. And I'm just so proud of Oklahoma City on a day like this.
We are, and we
Yeah.
leave you with a look of the sights and sounds from today.
Here we go for the 2023 Memorial Marathon.
Really just that message of hope. Like seeing an event where like everyone can come together and have a positive mentality is one of my favorite things ever.
It's a reminder again to us that we really never forget.
This is a time to celebrate and remember.
We have a winner now in the men's half marathon.
The neighborhood set it apart.
It's bananas out here, I tell you. The crowd is cheering her on down here.
That's why we run. That's why we run to remember.
I'm so proud of
Thank
you.
you. Hey, thank you. Oh, man.
He keeps getting better and better, so the competition was great.
Your champion on the men's side.
Congratulations to him.
It felt good to finally win.
Congrats to Christy Coleman.